All right, hey everyone, it is TGIF edition of Weather for Weather Geeks, the Friday evening edition. We're going to focus on the weekend forecast, of course, but we'll talk a little bit more about the longer range in this video. I wanted to start this evening with a quick review of the wind gusts over the last 20 hours. The wind was gusty at times, of course, yesterday. It was still kind of blustery this morning, but the wind has tended to diminish some by this afternoon. Our top wind gust today was 24 miles per hour. Yesterday it was up in the mid-30s. Today's numbers, it was pretty balmy outside today. 60 degrees at 3:32 this afternoon. 52 is where we started this morning, so it did not get as cool as we expected last night, thanks to the clouds being a little bit thicker for a time last night. Those clouds, of course, act like a blanket, trapping in the heat that's trying to escape back out into space after dark. So, yeah, it was a balmy day from start to finish today. 74 and 14. The records for today. I wanted to compare this November to last November through the first 20 days of the month. This year, through the first 20 days of November of 2020, 49.1 is our average temperature. Now, that includes all temperatures, highs and lows. But when you compare that to 2019, the first 20 days of November, the average temperature was 35. 14-degree difference. That's a pretty enormous difference. Last November was easily the coldest month compared to average that we've had over the last year. We've had very few, of course, cooler than average months in the last few years, and this year, back in the spring, we had some pretty chilly weather compared to the average during mid-spring, but nothing like we had last November. All right, we did have a blanket of clouds for a time this afternoon, but those have thinned out this evening, and then clouds will increase again later on tonight. Boy, from coast to coast, the weather pretty quiet on this Friday evening. We do have a little system that's moving through the middle of the country. This is what will spread the clouds back in to our region tomorrow, but I think a lot of the rain is going to try to stay off to the south of I-70, although I can't rule out maybe a touch of drizzle here locally during the day on Saturday. Otherwise, kind of a ho-hum start to the weekend. Good day to watch Ohio State and Indiana tomorrow afternoon. It's just not going to be very nice looking outside. It's also going to be cooler. After 60 today, no better than about 48 at the start of the weekend. All right, let's talk about our rain on Sunday. I think our model here is a little bit too slow in spreading the rain in. I suspect some light rain is already pushing in by 5, 6, 7 in the morning. Maybe some wet snowflakes at the onset of that precipitation. There may be a midday break, although our model here is pretty soggy most of the day. I kind of suspect a little dry slot's going to try to work in for late in the morning, maybe early in the afternoon before the showers fill back in during the late afternoon and evening on Sunday. It's going to be kind of a wet snow event for, Toronto and Niagara Falls, Buffalo, maybe even parts of northwest Ohio. We'll see wet snowflakes at times during the daylight hours. Sunday, I think for us, it's just a chilly rain. And then secondary cold front will roll through Monday with plenty of clouds and maybe a stray shower or two. As far as the rainfall totals this weekend, here's a look at our model spread. Actually, not much of a spread. Pretty good agreement, which we like to see. Our three major models that cover this rain event for Sunday and to Sunday night, all focused right around 1 inch worth of rain. All right, Thanksgiving forecast has not changed a whole lot. I don't think it's going to be a washout. I think Wednesday has the potential to be pretty much a washout, but Thursday, Thanksgiving itself, while we do have a chance for a shower or two, at this point, I'm not seeing a totally rainy day advertised by any model information. Probably a pretty cloudy day, though. And, we've been talking about how it's a good idea this Thanksgiving to try to take some of the festivities or the gathering outdoors if you can on a deck or a patio. I wish it were going to be a little bit warmer, and I wish I could guarantee a dry forecast at this point. But at this point also, again, it's not looking like any sort of a washout. So at this point, good news, bad news situation. Of course, we'll be fine-tuning the Thanksgiving forecast as we get a little bit closer. In the meantime, I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for checking out all of this week's editions of Weather for Weather Geeks, whether you watch on my Facebook channel, my YouTube. If you are a YouTube user, make sure you're searching for me on YouTube and subscribing to my new videos. And you can also catch all of these videos on my weather blog, ericwfmj.com, as well as the Storm Tracker 21 app. And don't forget about the website, wfmj.com/weather. I'll see you back here in all those places on Monday.